I am your host, Carrie, giving us different perspectives on where we are and where we want to go on our journey. Thanks for being here, and I look forward to spending some time with you. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another session of the FoundHer Series. I have another incredible author who has joined me today to give you a little bit of a sneak preview of what she wrote in her chapter and her story. Her name is Lori Nagy, and the title of her chapter is Strength, Spirituality, and Survival. So this is a big chapter, Lori. Thank you for being here. I so appreciate you sharing your story with us. And yeah, welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was an honor. Yeah.
When I first met you and you shared a little bit about what your story was, it was obviously heart-wrenching. It's a story, about loss, about your father first and your daughter, Alicia. I love how you described that those were two peas in your pod. So I don't want to give away everything because I really think it's a gift that you've written this for the readers. I believe that if they haven't experienced something like this, they know somebody who has. And I believe that these conversations just need to be had. And
yes,
women like you who are courageous enough to share these stories, it gives us all an opening.
I'm glad
to talk about that. So I really, really appreciate you being here for that reason. And I'm just so proud of you for doing it.
Thank you.
So what was this like? What was this like for you? Somebody told you about it. I think it was our friend Lisa. And had you been waiting? Like, had it always been on your heart to kind of share your story and you're just kind of looking?
It had been.
Yeah.
It had been. And I'm like, oh, I can't write a book because it's not long enough for a book, right? Because I mean, plus I can't really write very well. But it was just something that I had thought about. And I thought, well, that's kind of an interesting thing. And then I had gone to see a medium at the beginning of the year. She was just learning or whatever. And she just said, you know what? I see you writing a chapter in a book with other strong women. Oh. So I'm like, okay, well, there's my sign. I've been thinking about it and I knew where to go.
Yeah.
So that's when I contacted you and I went, yeah, let's go ahead and do this because I do have to tell my story.
Oh my, okay. Well, you say you're not a writer, but I think your chapter is beautiful. I think you did an incredible job. And I love that you actually even acknowledge that because I say the same thing when people say something to me like, you've written in 3 books. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not a writer. But
right?
I have a story to share. And yes, I think that's what is really important about these books and these women coming together.
Yeah.
Some people don't want to write a whole book.
Right. And that's why this is perfect.
Yes. And their story still matters.
Yes, exactly.
To get this out there, I think is just so important. That's what drives me to keep doing these projects because these stories are just, they're needed. And
they are.
Even though they're heavy stories, life is heavy. So, I mean, this is real life.
Yeah, life is not easy. It's, when people don't know what to do with their feelings or with their thoughts or, how to heal and whatever. It's tough.
Yeah. And I love the title of it.
Thank you.
Strength, Spirituality, and Survival. And how you touched on the spirituality part. Okay. I have to say that I love the vision that you had. How long before that did you have the vision of you called him Jesus, or that's who you assumed it was with the message of it's going to be okay, right?
Yeah. That would have been, I think it was the summer Alicia was after she was born. So it would have been the summer of 2004 before we moved back home.
Okay. So she was already here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think I feel like it's such a brave thing to share because I have had a similar experience and I think people are going to think I'm crazy if I tell them about this. So I love that you did. I really, really love that you did because I think it is becoming more mainstream. I think people are more open to just the idea that we can actually get messages from the other side. So I'm just like, I'm so happy that you mentioned that because I know for me, there was some peace in that. when
Yeah.
I received a message,
Good.
and it was just
Yeah.
like a swirling thing. I didn't even know how to describe it. And it was the word belief that came for me.
Yeah.
It was not believe, it was like belief, and it felt so
Yeah.
strong. And I'm like, what is happening? And then I was like, yeah, I just went back to sleep. But I've never forgotten
Nice.
it.
I know. I have never forgotten it either. And
Yeah.
still so vivid. Still so vivid.
Yes. Yeah.
And
And you talk about it in a way of you've explored other things as well. You mentioned the medium, but do you think that helped you in the grieving process, or just the understanding of how you can lose your
absolutely.
father, who you were so close with, obviously your daughter? I mean, it's unthinkable. Yeah, can you talk a little bit about what you think that did for you, having some of that already?
Yeah, like I've always been a very spiritual person. And I think it was the time when I went and did the meditation classes
Hmm.
when I saw our agreement and, and went, oh my God,
Yeah.
it was crazy amazing. Like I could feel myself crying in this meditation. But then when I woke up, I had no tears. But it's a beyond feeling that was so weird. But
Hmm.
then after that, I mean, I just got more into the spirituality part and
Hmm.
everything just came together and it was just the way it was supposed to be. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't question it and just say, why me? It's like now I
Right.
know why me because,
Yeah.
we chose each other from previous lives, from other lives. Like,
Yes.
and
Yes.
it's very healing for me. I think that's how I've been able to stay so sane about it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, some people reading it will be like, I don't know what she's talking about,
yeah,
but what it's going to do though is just open them up a little bit, right?
I'm hoping. I'm
Like
hoping.
that's what I think. To me, if it's just get curious. Like
Yes.
I believe in the soul contract. So when I read your chapter, I was just like, I'm all in. Like I believe everything that you've experienced,
Yeah.
because I believe in the soul contract. And I think for me that I haven't lost anybody close to me. Thank goodness. I have not
Lucky.
put
Yeah.
this into practice, but I feel like there's such a sense of peace
There is. Yeah.
coming into that, right? I mean, we all know we're going to lose people.
Yeah.
And I wanted to try and do whatever I could, even though we can't prepare for it.
No, never. No.
You had something that you could hold on to, even if it was the slightest grip,
Yes.
that you
Yeah.
were going to be okay. And the soul
Yeah.
contract. And when you talk about it in the book, and you had that meditation, and you realized, you had been together in other lives, and Alicia and your son Andrew, that they had been together,
Yes.
and in the previous life that they were together, he went first, so
Yeah.
she was left for the grieving, and now it's come back in, and like I just it
I love
just
how it all works. It just,
yes,
I mean, I
yes,
hate it the
I
way it
know,
works,
of
but I
course.
love the way it all works together.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
did such a beautiful job of explaining that, like describing that.
Thank you.
Like I said, I had a bit of an idea because I've had some experience learning about the soul contracts, and but I think you've done it in such a way that we're all just normal, average people,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And sometimes we've had an experience and it's helped you. It hasn't taken the pain away. It's just
No.
helped you deal with your situation in another way.
Yes. Because I mean, you
Right.
want the world to stop, right? But I
Yes.
mean, it doesn't. So,
Yeah.
you just have to find different avenues, different ways. And,
Hmm.
I think people think I'm crazy because I actually deal with it really well.
Yeah.
But I think that's just because I've accepted it,
Yes.
right? And I
Yeah.
know it's not our last life,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll be together again. So
Yeah.
it's just the healing process that really helped me, I think,
Yeah.
over above everything else.
And I really think that's what's going to help people that read the book. But they don't even have to, like myself, haven't had to have lost somebody
Yeah.
to gain something from your chapter. I think
Oh, good.
it's something that it's just you've just opened a door to what's worked for you, and people can
I'm
take it
glad.
or leave it, but
Yeah.
it's something that's helped you. I believe when we write these chapters and we include people that mean so much to us or have had a major impact in our lives, it feels like we're honoring them by putting it on paper. You know what
Yes.
I
And
mean?
I'm
Like,
Yeah, I've always wondered, I'm like, what am I supposed to do with my story? Like,
Yeah.
how am I supposed to help people with what I've been through?
Yeah.
So this is, what, 16 years later, 15 years later,
Yeah.
that I'm finally hoping that it'll help somebody.
Yeah. Oh, I have like full goosebumps on my arms. I just have no doubt about that. And I've said it probably on every podcast interview I've done with all of the authors is we all came in here with the same reason and
Yes.
intention was to helping one person.
Yes. Yeah.
And we all know that we are all going to be touched by death in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
you've touched on a topic that is extremely hard, but you are coming at it from a different perspective. And I think that shines a lot of light on the heaviness.
Yes.
You know
Good.
what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I
That's
do.
how I would feel. And so what if I were to ask you then, when we know, this book is going out into the world on April 11th and the summit's happening in Calgary and everybody's going to get their hands on their copy, what would be like, if you think about when the reader picks it up and opens your chapter, is there something from your heart that you hope they take away, or what the message was that you wanted to portray in your just honoring your dad, your daughter, Andrew? I mean, you talk about your son as well because he's the one that kind of gave you the strength to
Yeah.
keep going. What
Yeah.
do you
Well,
have any
there's
thoughts around that?
I do. I mean, there's so much, like, yes, I've lost. Like you said, we all have. Um, but just to be able to move forward, like the
Hmm.
world doesn't stop. You have to move forward and you have to find all the happiness and
Yeah.
what makes you what you love. You
Yeah.
have, because like we all lose people.
Yes.
It's unfortunate that their daughters,
Yeah.
fathers, uncles, whatever,
Yeah. Yeah.
but we all lose people. And it's just, you have to be able to accept and move on and, find every avenue, try different ways of dealing with it. I mean,
Hmm.
I went through counseling, I went through everything, but I think the only thing that really helped me was the spirituality part of it.
Right.
So,
Right.
and, for them to just open up to some of
Hmm.
that, and it could help.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just to be strong and, well, not be strong, but just be able to move forward and know that everybody's there for you if you ever need any help.
Hmm. And
So
you're not alone, right? I mean,
exactly.
the grieving process is so different for every single person, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And I think what I another thing that I really admired in your chapter was it's like you're giving permission to those who have lost,
Mhm.
that it's okay to grieve and mourn. Of course, we all need to do
Absolutely.
that, but it's okay to still live,
Yes. And just
and
and never forget them. Like,
yeah,
and talk
yeah,
about them and
yes,
cherish when people talk about them and mention their
yeah,
names. And
yeah,
like we celebrate Alicia's birthday and the date of her anniversary of passing,
yeah,
and we go for national nuggets at McDonald's
yeah.
all the time.
I love
And
it.
for me, I hate asking everybody, okay, well, who wants to go? Because
Yeah,
I don't want to bother them with it. Like, they've gone 32 times,
yeah,
right? We had a big birthday for her 18th birthday, for her
yeah,
21st birthday,
yeah,
right? But I feel
yeah,
guilty now, and everyone's like, don't you ever. Like,
yeah,
we are always there for you. It's
yeah.
2 times a year that we celebrate her.
I love
So
that.
just don't forget and keep celebrating
Yeah,
and
keep.
honoring them. Yeah,
Yeah, and
never
bringing
forget
their
them.
names up, and
Yeah.
yes, I think probably from what you were saying at the beginning there, how you're grieving is different than most. So people are uncomfortable because they don't
Yes.
know what to do, right? They
Yes.
look at you
Yeah.
and you're like, what, how can you be doing this? Like, you should still be. And,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
that, to me, it's like you've taken a hard route because you're going against what people think you should be doing,
Yes.
right? And you're doing it the way that works for you. And you're gathering,
Yeah.
like you said, the tools and spirituality, whatever that
Yeah.
means to you. I mean, that means something different to everybody as well.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
but you've taken the road of you're okay with people being uncomfortable with how you have dealt with your loss.
Yeah. I mean, people probably look at me and go like, "Oh my God, is she crazy?
Yep.
Like, she doesn't
Yep.
seem to be bothered by it,
Right.
right?" And I'm like, "Oh." bothers me all the time.
Of
But I
course.
don't let it get in the way of life and happiness and
Right.
love and friends and family and everybody who
Beautiful.
has supported me through everything,
Yeah. Yeah.
because they need to know that they helped me as well.
Yeah.
So,
Wow. I
yeah,
think I am honored to have you in the book. And
thank
I
you.
think your chapter, like I've said previously, is going to help people. And even if it just starts a conversation, and
Yes,
that's what this book is about. I hope people leave this on their living room table as one of those
yes,
books that you pick up and
yeah,
you open a chapter and that's a topic. And let's just
yes,
talk about that. What does that feel like to you? So
that would be awesome.
your chapter is going to do that.
Oh, thank
I
you.
think
I
it's
appreciate
beautiful.
that.
And so we don't want to give the whole everything away
No,
because you've got lots of nuggets in there. I want
I
everybody
do.
to read this chapter. I think you, like I said, you've done a beautiful job.
Thank
And
you.
everybody's going to get their copy at the summit and they're going to be able to meet you because you're going to be there, which is so
Yes, I
awesome.
will.
And I
Yes,
can't wait to be in person.
yes,
And
exactly.
let's just get as many people, get this book in the hands of as many people as we can, because I do believe it's a gift that we are putting out there and it's going to be out there forever. So
Yes,
your honoring of your family is now going to be in
I
print, which
know.
is exciting.
A
And
little crazy, but
yeah, and they'll never be forgotten. I mean, that's going to
no,
be on a bookshelf, I think 100 years from now, and someone's going to pick that book up and be able
right?
to read that. And I just think what a beautiful thing to leave behind
Yeah,
for
I'm
all of
glad.
us.
I'm really glad I did it.
Yeah.
It was tough writing it because it did bring back so many emotions again.
Yeah, I bet.
And yeah, it was tough. I mean,
Yeah.
my emotions were up and down. I'm sure I
Yeah.
went through depression, anxiety, whatever
Yeah.
through the whole thing, but
Yeah.
it's such a relief to have it out on paper now.
Yeah.
And
Good.
yeah, that was healing in itself.
That's what I was going to ask you, was that
Yeah.
process, did that have some, I mean, we're probably never truly healed. I don't
No,
believe we ever are. There's always
no.
something, but sometimes, a piece can be pulled up again and it's a little deeper. And
Yeah.
I'm always kind of holding your hearts in mind when I know that these stories are going to be that,
Yes. Yeah.
hard and difficult to write. So I always hope that there was a piece of you that got some sort of healing
There
from
was.
writing it and sharing it, because we need people like you to do that, to help others and give others permission that it's
Yes.
okay to share their story.
It is.
Yeah.
And it feels good to, excuse me, to actually get it all done. So,
Good,
yeah,
good,
it felt good to write it all out. Yeah.
good. And it's going to feel even better and scary when you get it in your hands.
Right? And be like, oh my God.
Yes, it's going to be
I'm
great. Well,
looking
thank
forward
you.
to it.
Thank you so much, Lori, for being here. I appreciate you so much. And I can't wait to see you at the summit. So thank
Yes.
you,
Thank you,
everybody.
Carrie.
And we hope to see you all there on April 11th in Calgary. And you'll be the first ones to get the copy of the book when you are
Yay.
in the summit.
All
Yes.
right.
All right.
Excellent.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much. And we
Carrie.
will talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye
Okay.
bye.
Bye bye.